More special than PonyBoy's classes. What?
I love my internet screwing up. I love it.
I love you. That's Zero, by the way, to the right of me. And then we got me, Tommy Guns, and this masked fellow right here is La PonyBoy. And we are the Tables, Ladders, and Chatters podcast day. This podcast in Spanish.
No bueno.
Taco. Burrito.
Chalupa.
He's going for a Sami Zayn vibe here.
El Generico. Very El Generico.
Yep.
Cerveza.
Which works because, PonyBoy is pretty El Generic.
I can't fucking drink in this goddamn thing. It's went in my nose.
Oh, he doesn't speak Spanish.
Oh.
Neither does El Grande Americano.
Oh. Was PonyBoy the whole time? My goodness.
I was kind of hoping for like a Scooby-Doo Mr. Smithers type thing, but thanks for letting me down, boys.
Drinking let you down.
No. Actually, I'm drinking healthy now.
The active. You got that bodybuilder beer.
That's it. I'm down 25 pounds in a month and a half.
Hopefully you'll
Hold
be
on
now.
Hold on now. I want to bring this up. When you sent that Snapchat yesterday about you being down 25 pounds in a week.
No. Did I say week? I meant month and a half.
Here's the thing.
If you shit a lot.
No, here's the thing about it, all right? PonyBoy. When we were going to the gym together, you weighed what you're weighing now. So you're telling me you put on what? You put on 35 pounds in 7 months?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
You're almost as big as Bronson Reed, so I wasn't wrong.
I was at 350. But respectively, I do walk anywhere from 25,000 to 30,000 steps a day, so I do get my steppage in. Now, yes, I will admit that I got a little bit complacent on what I would put in my mouth.
The holiday
but
gut.
I have fixed that. I want to thank my boy Joseph. He's doing his meal preps, which is a shout out to him. Joseph Diaz, I'll put his info. If you're looking for meal preps, give him a shout. North Star Nutrition, really fucking good food. Like Zero and Tommy Guns can testify. Like I've gone to the doctor and I don't have a tapeworm, but it's like I have a tapeworm because I'll just it goes on and on and on like an Energizer bunny.
Hey, by the way, anyways, just so you guys know, we're trying a new feature tonight.
See that?
Yes, we're trying a new feature tonight where instead of me having to pull your comments up, guess what? Your comments will appear live on the chat.
Now, I know
we're actually doing that.
I know to most people, since it's so small, it's hard to read, but me having to locate small things on a normal day basis, I can see that.
Can you adjust the size?
No, you can't adjust the size.
I like that though. No, see, okay, but now it's full screen. I'm at full screen now. Okay, we're good. Well, anyways, real quick before we get going, we have to give a special shout out.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I already wished him happy birthday. From the golden one to the golden birthday boy, Will Shelley, a.k.a. Maximus Orion, a.k.a. Albino Undertaker, a.k.a. Mr. Sucks at Fortnite, a.k.a. Sits When He Pees. We want to wish Bill... Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Did you hear him?
Yeah. I did.
Okay, that was my nephew, Paulie McDonald's. But no, seriously, from the Tables Edge and Chatter podcast, we want to wish Will Shelley a happy 28th birthday. Enjoy your day. It's all downhill from here, sir. So, cheers,
it's all
bud.
right. According to Cowboy Jake or whatever, he was already streaming, podcasting Fortnite earlier. So, one of these days I'm going to tune in just to see how bad he actually sucks.
I've heard he's pretty decent.
Right?
See? Cowboy Jake is live stream right now.
But no, happy birthday to him. I want to, again, absolute great guy. Okay, so where do we want to start? What should we just drop the bombshell? John Laurinaitis has entered a plea agreement with the Stop Swimming Us Around.
Okay,
Tommy just found he discovered a feature that I've known about for a while. You can adjust the cameras.
You son of a bitch!
We will once. I promise you, I will get Zero. Will come over and help me do this. I'm actually looking into a new laptop, new setup. But I will get acclimated to the system. But let's talk about John Laurinaitis. We're going to get into John Laurinaitis doing an agreement to release things that will subsequently hang Vince McMahon.
All right, time out.
How do we feel about this?
In any court proceeding, I'm going to tell you right now, just because the media thinks Laurinaitis becoming a member of the defense, that doesn't necessarily mean that Vince is going to hang. All right? Because unfortunately, if you know anything about celebrity trials, you need a shit ton of evidence to make it worth their while. I.e., look at the Diddy trial going on right now.
Oh, he's cooked.
To be fair, having Laurinaitis in your corner is a hefty amount of evidence if used right. We don't know what he's going to say yet, of course. But if we right
recall,
hand man.
That was gross. If we recall, the original allegations put John Laurinaitis in the group that was having sexual relations with this woman.
Well, we've seen that with mafia proceedings. Like, hey, we'll give you a lighter sentence if you're willing to talk. If you're willing to put on the defense. Shit, they probably offered him a good deal to be a rat. To be honest with you, lack of a better term, because Vince McMahon's a piece of shit, and this should all be exposed anyways. But
okay,
you know what I mean?
now listen.
Do you want my honest opinion on why they're bringing Laurinaitis, or whatever, onto the fucking defense
Laryngitis.
Laryngitis. Do you want to know why?
My name is John Laurinaitis. No, go ahead.
Honestly, do you want to know why?
Why?
Lay that wood on me, baby.
Because they have nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. They have nothing on Vince, but they have a shit ton on him. So in other words, you know what? It's either you're going to catch the big fish you're after, which is Vince, and let the one you've got all the bait on go, or you go after the smaller fry. And I'm sorry, but if you look at the media, you look at Vince's track record with lawsuits and damages and this and that. If you can prosecute Vince McMahon, if you can prosecute Vince McMahon on allegations of things he has been accused of his entire career, and you finally get it to stick, you have just made a name for yourself. Exactly.
But again, you both have known me for a very long time, and a lot of people who watch this and put their Chatterhead sense in know me for a lot of things. But here's the problem. She's not innocent in this by any means. Because she took the deal. She basically... No. Stop now. Stop now.
Tommy will go next.
Whether you like the assignment or not, she took the deal. And the fact of the matter is, She was a consenting adult. There is text message proof of that. But the fact that, in a sense, she got too greedy and wanted more money, and she was told no, then she wants to play it as, I'm the victim. I'm sorry. You agreed to the sexual contract with Vince McMahon. And then when you didn't get what you wanted, now you're going to cry wolf?
The problem is, PonyBoy, before Tommy says what he's going to say, the problem is it has nothing to do with agreements or anything like that, all right? It is still technically solicitation.
Oh, absolutely.
On top of that,
Tommy, go ahead.
The payment was lax. That was the major thing. She was supposed to make $3 million over a quarter basis, twice a year, and then one more time in the last year. They lapsed on 2 of those payments because Vince McMahon did not want to pay that. Now, on top of that, NDAs are broken through lapse of payments or any broken sign on the contract from either party. Either party, even the innocent party. If you break the agreements of an NDA, you're allowed to talk. That's the simple thing that's happened here. And that's been proven with that has been proven because of the everything they've looked into the taxations and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, she might have agreed to it and all that kind of stuff, but hey, this is America. Everyone wants to make their buck. And you know what? She has a good point because she was solicited. She was sex trafficked and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, you signed this agreement and you're not getting paid for it. I would talk about all the horrors I saw and all the shit I was exposed to.
I get that.
I mean, her job was on the line, for God's sakes.
Can you really say, oh, I was sex trafficked when you signed the agreement?
See, and that's the problem. Hold on. That's right. We can all agree this is solicitation.
Yes.
Okay. This is solicitation. However, the problem, and this is where I'm having a problem with the whole sex trafficking claim. I don't care if the agreement was broken or not. You made an agreement knowing what you were doing. Solicitation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Solicitation. Sex trafficking, and this is where I need to brush up on what they define sex trafficking anymore. By the way, viewers, discretion advised is kind of a tough topic to kick things off with. There will be an exclusive warning on this one as well. When it comes down to it, sex trafficking, from what I've been told, essentially, is someone going and getting forced into this situation. And unfortunately, when the claims first came out, comes in and discrepancy. When the claims first came out, she made it sound as if she didn't do this, she would lose her job. Then it came out that there was a contractual obligation for financial payment for her to continue doing these favors. At which point, that is no longer blackmailing. It's no longer exploitation. It is now a matter of a contractual.
Mr. Jamie Randolph. Sex trafficking is human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Perpetrators are the crime are called sex traffickers or pimps. Holla holla. People who manipulate victims to engage in various forms of commercial sex with paying customers. Sex traffickers use force, fraud, and coercion. Wait, I knew that word. I sounded it out. Good job, Cody. As they recruit, transport, and provide their victims as prostitutes.
And that's what she was subjected to, especially with the Brock Lesnar claim.
Thank you for that, because the full definition right there, then yes, this does fall under sex trafficking as well. Now, the problem is this, okay? And it goes back to what I said originally of why would
Leonidas, on your point before you get too far, with the sex trafficking. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. It just goes into your point. That's a federal crime too, which is kind of different from her suing her. This is the government essentially being like, that's bad, and we're suing you in a sense. You know what I mean?
Good job, Cody.
See,
I know it depends. It could.
So would that break it if it's a federal? You know what I mean? Does that break NDAs if it's federal?
That's why a lot that with this case, where I'm going to tell you right now, let's go back to my point about why Laurinaitis would go defense. Okay. He'd go defense because I got a feeling they've got more shit on him that they can pin to him than they've got on Vince.
I bet the stuff he has
But
on Vince is juicy.
And that's the reason why we're going to offer you a plea deal, because we know you're withholding the evidence we need.
Now, again, that was
that's
just
the evidence they already have.
It was released within a couple of hours of us going live. So we're not going to spend too much time on it. I will make sure I maintain it. So,
unfortunately, we've done very well talking about the Vince thing, which it's kind of funny in a way. We were talking about it week on week on week because updates are coming out. And did you notice that it kind of just went under the rug?
Mm-hmm.
That's because the
feds
were
what was the last thing you heard?
So they put the case on hold.
So with that being the case, the feds were investigating it, everything like that. Case was put on hold. The only reason Laurinaitis went defense, as I said, is because he's got the damning evidence that the feds need to pin Vince to a wall. Which, by the way, speaking of Vince McMahon, what's this I hear about him wanting to rebuy WWE from TKO?
Because they think TKO is... No, hold on. That's clickbait. That's not real. Only reason that's coming out is because everybody's thinking TKO is killing WWE, but again, it is okay. So this is kind of going to our next conversation piece. WWE, I feel, is in a place right now where they are untouchable. Prime example. And this is going to be my next topic I want to bring up to you two guys.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is they have TNA, AAA, and WWE now, and they're crossing champions. Now, Zero, you and I talked about this. Mr. Guns, we have not.
Well, where do we think they're going? Before we even get into any of that, because right now we're talking business. We're not talking wrestler storyline business. We are talking legit business. And personally, storylines in WWE, TNA, all that, they're great. Creative is doing a phenomenal job. I tip my hat to Creative.
They're building stars.
But when it comes down to the business aspect behind the scenes, TKO is fucking things right now.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
You want to pull. You have The Rock come out there and say WrestleMania 42 is going to be in New Orleans. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pull it away from New Orleans to put it back in Vegas.
No, it's not going to Vegas.
Money, baby. Money.
It's not going to Vegas now.
To Vegas.
It is going to Vegas. It is.
No, it's going to Britain. They're going overseas next year.
Pony, that was the same. All right, the same day that it broke, it was going to Vegas, is the same day it said it was going to the UK. The UK one was clickbait.
I don't know. Listen, understand this.
It still says Vegas.
Would I like to see it in the UK? Yes. But I'm going to tell you right now, WrestleMania 43 is when it will be in the UK for the simple fact of logistically right now.
No, you're wrong. WrestleMania 2027 WrestleMania has already been announced for Nashville because the Tennessee Titans have signed a big long-term agreement, big cash agreement that WrestleMania.
New Orleans did the same thing, and then they moved.
But here's the thing:
Are you saying that essentially New Orleans can come up with the money? Is that what this is coming down to?
I'm going with that route. I'm going to go with that route, and that's the most plausible thing that you can agree with. That New Orleans could not come up with the revenue, and they could say, "Hey, we're going to give you this much money by this."
I think what actually happened is it does have to do with revenue and all this kind of stuff. But from what I was reading, they make more money in Vegas. People gambling, private, cheaper airfares, because it's only $100 from here, from Montana to Vegas. So you're getting more travelers because it's closer. It's a central hub. Again, gambling, the spending money, the rent of cars, all this kind of stuff. I think New Orleans had the money, but when they stacked it up against Vegas, they're like, "Oh, we'll make $2 billion, but we can make $4 billion in Vegas." You know what I mean? Because it was almost a confirmed thing. And why would they confirm it so far?
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, when it comes to going to Britain, I could see it being in London for WrestleMania 43. And the reason being for that, PonyBoy, doing a PLE outside the United States, it takes a lot of logistical planning. Yeah. Okay?
They're doing it with
now
Royal
imagine
Rumble,
well, hold on. They've had plenty of time to practice with Saudi.
This is the practice.
No, here exactly. They've had plenty of time to practice with Saudi and doing events over there and getting in with the companies they need to put on a grand spectacle. And to be fair, I hate to say it, Saudi Arabia, they want to make themselves look better than everyone else and entertainment capital of the world in reality at this point in time. They're not going to let it fail. Okay, now, so moving with the biggest moving the biggest PLE to Britain. Not been done in ever.
I don't think it's ever been.
WrestleMania's never been. Yeah,
WrestleMania's only been there Canada.
Outside. Yeah,
it was in Canada.
It's never been outside. It's never been outside of North America.
Yeah, and Canada.
You need to find the right contacts, because you gotta remember, Europe is big union.
But can I put this out here? Like,
yeah, go ahead.
They're testing Royal Rumble out in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has way more money than, the UK. I think we would see WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia before we'd actually see it in the UK or anything like that. Well, because this Royal Rumble's kind of a test of a big event.
No.
They want to start pulling away from Saudi.
They do, but the money.
No. I'm going to say no for one reason why you will not see WrestleMania in Saudi. Okay? WrestleMania is the biggest spectacle in wrestling. Okay? Number 1 point.
Jamie's
you have celebrities. You have celebrities. You have everything like that. All right? It's the Super Bowl of wrestling. Think of how many celebrities would not attend Saudi's WrestleMania.
It would look like the American Music Awards this past year.
What happened there?
With the American Music Awards, they had like 32 awards, and they can only show 6 of them on national television because only 6 people showed up to accept it. Everybody else sent in a video chat to accept their award. Basically because they realize it's all rigged, and that how I'm going to say right now, there ain't no fucking way Beyonce can get country female artist of the year. Not country. Post Malone is more country than
female artist of the year, though.
How are you gonna like I don't know, saying Beyonce is country is like saying
Tommy Guns is intelligent.
Oh,
self-hurt.
I was talking to my trainee about this at work about American Music Awards and like the Billboard Top 200 and everything like that. I asked him a simple question. All right. We know that they have a best metal album, a best metal performance, shit like that. They have it. It's an award. Okay. That is an award. How often? Actually, let me ask you. When was the last time you ever saw a metal artist accept the award for best metal performance of the year?
Well, they did it. They did it with Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. It was pre-recorded, but it looked like they were there.
You're right. You're right. Ghost
was that during the pandemic?
Ghost.
No.
Yes.
No, Ghost showed up. Yeah, because they did. Didn't they do a live show I did.
No, but here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. They showed up. They accepted their award, but it was not aired on national television. That's what I'm getting at.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
So what are you going to do right now? Hold on. What are you going to do on the Billboard Top 200 where Ghost and Sleep Token are killing it?
They are. It's crazy.
Are you gonna Are you gonna put them as potential artists of the year? No, you're not, because guess
No.
what? The demographic doesn't fit the plan. Thank you.
But do
anyway,
you think they
that
based
is my
artists
music
off the
rant for the night.
singular? Okay, yeah. Let's get off music because we're a wrestling podcast.
No, it's not. It's not based off. They say it's based off your sales and everything like that of your pop. No, that's not what it's based off. It's based off who you know. As PonyBoy said, there's no
who should
fucking
win an
way in
American?
hell. Hold on. There's no fucking way in hell Beyonce should have won Best Female Country Artist. I'm sorry.
That's like saying
that. That is literally the definition of the Grand Ole Opry and country turning their backs on Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift has gone out and done reimaginations of her old music.
Can we not talk about?
Sorry.
Come on. I'm trying to recover here.
PonyBoy. It's the
Jeff
same,
Jarrett should have won Artist
thing.
of the Year.
Yes, he should have. Anyway, PonyBoy.
No, our truth had the best country song of the year.
But PonyBoy, it's the same exact scenario. You got Beyonce going country, even though she's not a country artist. No. You have Taylor Swift being whitewashed because she's gone and reclaimed her own music and done it in a different way. It's the same fucking thing.
That's because she doesn't.
The music industry is nothing. The music industry is nothing but a scam. It's a 360 bank deal. That's it.
We are not talking about Taylor Swift, Joseph. No.
Joseph, you can talk about Taylor Swift in the chat.
You can talk about Taylor Swift when you actually show up and hang out with your friends. You don't like us anymore.
I saw Joseph yesterday.
All right, so.
Radio on the radio. We're.
Anyway,
Sabrina Carpenter should have won if we're going for Best Female, okay?
Now that we've gotten business out of the way and we've talked about Vince and the lawsuit and TKO.
Can we talk about Ron Cena?
For financial gain. Ron Cena.
I thought
Go ahead, talk about Ron.
Give us context on Ron Cena.
He's a better John Cena than John Cena. Listen, little Jimmy grew up to be Ron Cena. That's what the truth is. Little Jimmy. I have no money. I had to get some cards.
Why, truth? Really? They got t-shirts.
So who's your picks for male money? Oh, that's okay. Why not? Let's segue into that. Jamie, you had a good point. This whole Money in the Bank match is kind of shaping up to be something that we haven't seen in a while. You have a lot of new guys. Well, you have a lot of new guys that are entering the Money in the Bank match. Yes, we know Rollins has been in it.
You guys don't want to talk. Wait, you don't want to talk about Ron Cena?
I brought up a picture, but it's really small.
I said little Jimmy changed his name to Ron and he grew up to be Ron Cena. I am contemplating buying that Ron Cena t-shirt.
All right, I'm loading the image, but it's going to be small.
Like my wiener.
PonyBoy can relate to that.
Fuck! Tori never argues about it.
Well, some women like it small.
There it is. There's our hero.
Look how small that looks. See, there's Ron Cena. Can you see my clicker right here? You see that?
Literally, it looks like Ron Sims and John Cena had a baby.
I love it. Damn.
I
like how everyone just starts ripping on your wiener right away.
Is it really small, or are we talking about Image or PonyBoy? I got a tiny wiener. Captain Candy Corn reporting for duty, bitches.
Yeah, I know what it's like to have a tiny wiener.
Eddie at Zero will understand this. Maybe small, but it's fierce.
It's like a hedgehog.
Change his name from PonyBoy to Sonic. Hold on, PonyBoy. I got a question for you. Hold on, I got a question for you.
Yo,
We're gonna change your name from PonyBoy to Sonic, but I got one question. Do you got to go fast?
No, he's just knuckling.
Oh, boy!
God
Damn.
Yeah, I'm
Damn.
that was funny. He's just knuckling. That was good. That was good. You geriatric cuck.
I am old now.
All right, real quick. Anyways, let's get back to Money in the Bank. A lot of new guys in this match. Yes, you got Rollins.
Good.
You got Penta.
Yeah.
You got Solo.
Oh.
That's only because they needed to do something with Solo.
But no, like I like the fact that they're giving it to new guys. Yes, you have Rollins who's been in a Money in the Bank match before, so you know they're gonna put one other veteran guy in that match.
I bet it's Punk.
Yeah, we know he's Knuckles because he ain't running.
Oh,
I hate the commercials playing during what? I know what.
I do.
The commercials during Raw are nice because it still gives us time to use the bathroom.
That's what I always say. I don't mind the commercials. You can take a piss.
Well, the best part is, or whatever, like I've watched it Raw the day or two after, and it doesn't have commercials.
Yeah, it's live event
Yeah,
things.
does it?
Coming here.
No, it's only when it's live. But in regards to Money in the Bank, PonyBoy, you're also forgetting LA Knight's in it too.
Yeah.
Again, they've already fucked him once. They're gonna fuck him again.
Technically, they have fucked him twice. This is the third Money in the Bank he'll be in.
Man, I haven't even fucked him once. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many more spots we gotta enter in?
It's
We got
6,
two.
right?
There's two.
Okay,
you got Rollins, you got Rollins, Penta, LA, and Solo. Those are your four.
I want Karrion Kross in it. I think Karrion Kross needs to be put in it.
Nah, Cross is finally gonna have a feud with Sami Zayn. It's coming.
What was that gesture, Thomas?
Oh, the Karrion Kross, like, tickled the balls a little bit. You know. Why don't we go weird with it and put Bo in it?
Who?
Bo Dallas. Uncle Howdy.
That didn't happen.
It'd be fun.
I would like
chance
He's robot talking.
Yeah, he's robot talking right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of cute.
Down tag titles.
You were robot talking, then you hit the tag title. Sounded great.
Bop, 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 tag titles.
Titles.
Penta's not going to win. They got to do the Ray Phoenix thing.
Ray Phoenix is in NXT.
He's in NXT now?
We'll get that. We'll get that in a minute. We're going to get to that in a minute.
He chaps my ass.
Zero, you said the possibility of Joe Hendry.
You know what? It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to me at work the other day after seeing Joey lose the TNA title, which we'll get to that in a minute. What kind of a fucking plot twist would it be if Joe Hendry was able to enter the Money in the Bank? And then Joe Hendry, while still being on TNA, won the Money in the Bank.
Ooh.
Because technically you could cash that in on anyone at any point in time.
What if he cashes on the TNA champion?
Everybody
look
is
at
on
that.
notice.
Tommy connected the dots. Well played, good sir. I'm proud of you.
What if he goes after the U.S. champion?
No.
What if he goes after the Intercontinental?
Okay, Austin Theory.
Can you go for the tag teams? Like, think about it. Can you pick a partner and cash in as a tag team one? There's never been a rule. Like,
Tom.
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just wondering.
Tom.
Logistics.
Tom. Shh. Listen to me. You're doing so good right now, Cupcake.
Stop.
Let's keep it reeled in. I'm so proud of you, honey.
Getting at
Could they do it though?
What I'm saying, what if Joe Hendry were to win the Money in the Bank while he's still a TNA superstar? He could go for the Undisputed. He can go for the World Heavyweight. He could go for the TNA.
That'd be a
He
safe
could go
person to
for
put it
the
on if they want him to
NXT.
lose.
I think it'd be if we're gonna go down that rabbit hole.
By the way, Cowboy Jake, yes, Joe Hendry did lose to Trick Williams at Battleground.
At least he lost to someone I decently
Trick
like.
Williams is the first WWE superstar or NXT star, whichever way you want to put it, to hold the heavyweight title of another company. By the way, who was the one that beat Stephanie Vacure last night for the NXT Women's Championship?
Jordan Grace?
Isn't she a TNA star? No.
No,
Who?
you're wrong. Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace.
No, Jordan Grace didn't win it.
Jordan Grace did not win it. Jordan Grace was after Mickey was the first one to appear with the TNA Women's Knockout Championship in the Rumble, followed by Jordan Grace, and then Joe Hendry did it. Then Jordan Grace jumped ship to come to the NXT, and then
But they weren't an NXT or WWE.
No. I mean, you saw it a lot more with AEW.
Well, my question is, who beat Stephanie Vacure last week?
Wait, what? Mr. Robotnik?
Who beat Stephanie Vacure?
I don't think anyone did.
Oh, I don't
Instagram.
even know. I saw the highlights of it. I don't know how long that's going to run. Again, I think Stephanie Vacure is absolutely phenomenal. The fact that she has, probably one of the best set of cakes this side of the Mississippi.
Mm.
She's coming up to Raw.
She's
She's coming to Raw and going to SmackDown.
Yes. I don't know, because again, you have a lot of things floating around right now with the women's division, and
JC Jane is who she lost it to. Sorry.
who?
JC Jane.
And
I thought you said
who is she?
I thought you said Tasty
I'll
Jane.
look her up.
Like, what the fuck is Tasty Jane? I mean, she could
She's
be.
tasty.
I think she's a TNA. I think she's a TNA star. By the way,
These fucking TNA
Again,
people
how do we
taking
feel
over.
about how they're handling this? The TNA, WWE, NXT invasion type angle. You do a match. Like,
Frozen?
are we liking this? Do we like this angle?
I'm fine with it.
Mr. Guns? I ask him a question and he has the floor and he ignores me. Holy shit!
He's trying to look.
Look who it is! It's Wendell.
Well, hello.
Oh my! Thanks for gracing us.
My mic
with
wasn't
your
on. That's why I wasn't responding. Sorry.
Fucking idiot! Hold on. We
Well,
have
I
just
paused
had the
it for a
second coming of Christ right now because the one, the only, the prodigal son of the month is finally returned. We missed
Christ
you,
doesn't
buddy.
come. That's a sin.
He's on overnights.
I know he is. And that's how long is he on
He's still
overnight?
on overnights
When does he come back to normality?
until we get busy.
Damn. We miss you, Wendell.
This is my last week of training this trainee. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next week.
Your hand job?
God damn it! Why are they so small? They look big on my screen. That's JC Jane. Yeah, she's actually that small in real life too.
Okay,
Weird. You guys asked. Fuck.
but is she a TNA star? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
NXT star.
Okay,
NXT.
I never heard her. That's why I wasn't.
You never heard of JC Jane?
No.
Me neither.
I don't follow NXT very much.
Neither do I.
So, how about that Anarchy in the Arena match?
Jesus Christ.
Is that on AEW? I didn't see
It
it.
was.
I think
Right to have a
Just
Twitch.
we need to bring back the triple cage of death match. Just like a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, we were. We need to bring that back. That needs to be a thing. I want 3 cages on top of one another, and I want David Arquette to break open the cage with a police motorcycle.
Correction, it was the Mountie.
No, it was David Arquette.
Yes,
He
but
was-
his
but he
character
entered the ring
American
as
cop.
the
the
ring is the Mountie.
He's not dressed up like a mountie. He's dressed up like a regular jack-off American cop.
No,
He
he's
doesn't have
not,
the
you
red
idiot.
thing. Oh my god! I know I'm right.
He was called the Mountie.
You know, I'm wondering why my internet is going so slow tonight, and I'm the one
It's
hosting the stream and everything. It's because Tommy keeps looking shit up. That's the problem.
Stop looking
I'm
shit
sorry.
up.
I'm doing my due diligence of shit tonight. My
You
god!
didn't even say the word right. It's
I said
due
due
diligence,
diligence.
not due diligence.
Well, you know they take over anything anyway.
And you think I need the thesaurus? That man
Whoa!
needs a dictionary.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What happened?
Huh?
No,
What did I do?
I heard that.
Oh, that's just a silly little thing. We're all white. Oh my
What did
god!
he
I'm
say?
sorry.
You need to share it to the classroom, sir.
No, we don't.
Nope.
I kind of just
tell
realized
you
that
after
did
the
roll
show.
off my tongue. Yeah, that did roll off on
Mhm.
accident, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rolled off faster than Gunther's balls. All right. Well, we don't got to look that up, Tom. Stop. Let's get back on topic.
No. I have a point to prove.
What topic are we on?
Whatever, I'm done. I give up.
We're off the rail.
I'm
we're
looking
off
at the picture.
I think okay, let's go with Jamie's. Jamie's got a good point. I think AW is hurting. They're starting to offer specials for the next 6 events that happen in Chicago if people purchase them now. I'm sorry, you look at their matches and they're god awful.
Some of them. Tony Storm was pretty good versus Macy.
Okay,
Gray.
wow.
No,
Tell you
some of
right-
them are okay.
Okay, Zero, go ahead.
So I'm gonna tell you right now. I am interested to going to at least one of the AEW events at the Aragon Ballroom.
Oh, that's
First
the
off,
Aragon.
I love the Aragon Ballroom. I always have. Always
Okay.
have. I would love to see how they do this at the Aragon.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
When is it?
You won't be
I
in town
mean,
How do you know I won't be?
because
there's
you just said
trains
you're
now.
staying in Missoula for your birthday and not coming back in August.
Is it going to be in June? No, I said June.
Oh,
I'm coming down in June. I was
Jamie-
originally. I can come back in August.
yeah, he's coming down in June or whatever for Horse the Band.
I
Jamie,
was.
they it's funny you say that, but they are
you
working
were?
on that. They are working on getting the rest of the House of Black into WWE, which is why they did a lot of cuts. They did a lot of money saving at that point. But unfortunately, they're still under contract, and it's going to take a little bit.
Do you think they would join the
Well-
Wyatt Six in some kind of way?
They're
That'd be
going
a
to
good
feud.
actually.
They would
Yeah,
feud.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
They're going to feud with them.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though, in regards to the Anarchy in the Arena match,
Yes.
it's the first time where I got curious and I looked up how the match actually works and how you win it, because I was watching clips from it and I'm like, all right, first off, it's literally like the old Junkyard Hardcore match. There's no rules, no regulations. You just beat the fuck out of each other until you eliminate the other team. Cool.
Like roughhousing.
And honestly, some of the shit that was going on in that match, oh,
I gotta look at that.
like old school.
Not right
ECW in a
now.
way. Like it, the clips and the highlights, it's worth it. You know, one guy jumping
Yeah.
off the top rope with nothing but thumbtacks taped to the bottom of his shoes onto someone else. Oh
Jesus
yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
Christ. Oofda. That would hurt with Legos.
Well, that's right, because the match went on for 48 minutes. Doesn't match go on 48 minutes watching there's someone on the YouTube the whole
Yeah. Danger, Will Robinson.
He's in danger.
I have nothing loaded. I am literally keeping this Wi-Fi down. I don't even got Blue Cane loaded.
Error.
Autobot, roll out.
Adios, turd nuggets.
We badgered him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, bullying is not fun for anyone.
No, we scared him.
That's
off.
okay. All right, let's real quick. We're gonna kind of get back onto it. How do we feel about Bronson Reed
Joining the faction?
Yeah,
It's something to do. I don't hate it. It's kind of one of those things where I want to see where it goes. Like, I don't exactly hate it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's kind of refreshing not to add a woman into a faction. And you know me, I'm big into women's wrestling and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like they've been doing that too much lately. You know, like it's kind of feeling shovey at this point. And like I said, Bronson Reed needs something to do. He needs someone on the mic like a Paul Heyman. It's not that he's bad. I just feel like he could learn under the tutoring tree of Paul Heyman, you know? Like all of them, even Braun Breaker, he could learn, you know? And so it's like Batista and Randy Orton, but really two really big fucking guys. You know what I mean?
I
don't know. I saw a post earlier today and it made me laugh. Or yesterday, and I may have shared it with you guys.
Is it the strip club?
Yes. The way they were dressed on Monday night. You have the strip club owner, the two bodyguards, and the accountant.
Yes.
Jesus. I just love the internet.
See, Jamie, I had the same concept idea. You bring Bronson Reed in, he feuded with Rollins a little bit. I'm like with Tommy Guns. I don't dislike it, but at the same time, I would have thought you were gonna have somebody. I mean, just thought you'd have somebody different. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I like the idea of it. You're gonna give Bronson this goes to show that they want Bronson Reed to succeed. They want him to be a man of the future roster because I would like to. Can we all agree that, in a sense, Paul Heyman had a hand in picking Breaker and Bronson?
Most likely.
Yes, and I'm going to say that for one reason. The way Rollins embraced.
So is it
the way that Rollins embraced Reed at Saturday Night Main Event? Him and Heyman knew that Reed was coming in. Breaker's face, on the other hand, showed a face of, what is this?
Oh shit!
So you're already seeing that they're keeping secrets from everyone.
So is it too early
For example, I don't think Seth knows that Heyman is hyping Breaker up as much as he is behind the scenes.
So is it too early to start chanting Braun Squared as a tag team?
Ooh, that's creative.
It is creative. Huh. Look at you go, you little
I
mastermind.
mean, yeah, you already listen. The Browns have got to stay together, baby. You lost one in the first cuts, and now you're both coming together. You gotta stick together.
Gotta keep the bronze. Maybe they just got rid of them because there's too many bronze. So many bronze.
I mean, I like Braun Squared for a tag team. I mean, it's not the worst.
No. Oh, I'm going to bring on a guest.
Are you going to get her?
What's that?
Are you going to go get her?
What?
Okay.
Hey, look, he's under the desk.
The mommy kid. That's a mommy kid.
Oh. Oh, that's the one I was talking about last week, and she didn't want to show up. Now she's here. Look, she can tap the microphone. It's the mommy.
Dude, she's gonna scratch your eyes out in your sleep.
Oh, she's growling right now.
I'm looking at her. I look in her eyes, and what do I see? I'm gonna kill this motherfucker when he sleeps.
Mm. Yes, it has. At least someone's getting pussy. Oh, babe, you're so handsome. Can you hear
Yeah.
Yeah.
her? All right, baby.
She's gonna take a poop on your pillow.
Yeah, probably. She just lays down right next to me. She's just chill.
Okay. So we talked about the faction. I want to touch on one big thing. That Becky Lynch went off script. And then they came back with it on Raw and they went. How do we feel about this?
People, you know what? Lyra's got to learn. That's okay that she went off script. I mean, like, Becky's a talker. Becky's always been good. Does she really need to stick to a formula?
I mean, from what I've heard, Nick Khan and Triple H were not happy that Becky got in Lyra's fiance's fugly little face.
Okay, but it gets the wrestling world talking, so I don't think, like, who's going to touch Becky? Who's going to, like, we're mad at her, okay? Like,
Okay.
I don't know, but I love what Lyra had to say about in response to Becky's whole "I went home with my hot husband."
Is Lyra? I can't look it up. Is Lyra Valkyra's husband like not hot?
You didn't see him at
Main event?
what pay-per-view was that? No.
I don't think it was a pay-per-view. I
Was it
think it was
main
just a
event?
Monday.
No, it was Backlash.
Was it Backlash?
Yeah. No, Tom asked, he didn't, I don't think Tommy realized that the guy in the front row during Becky and Lyra's match was Lyra's fiance.
He's not bad looking. He looks a little goony, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But
that makes me feel good about myself.
I mean, there's
the line from Becky was pretty old, yes. But the clap from Lyra about,
got
Rollins
nice
being
body.
the only good in a relationship.
I like the feud with Becky and Lyra Valkyria. I like it. I think it
She's
needs
gonna
to
win it
end.
at Money in the Bank.
This feud needs to end. It needs to end because I have a feeling.
Thank you, Jamie. That was the response that Chris said that Seth was the best thing in their marriage.
I have been defended. I have been defended.
Wow.
The defense.
Wow.
I don't even care, boys.
No one defends the piece of shit champion.
Hold on. Wait. She's here to defend him. Chatterheads in the chat, turn it up a notch. Everybody clap your hands.
At least I never lost the title.
Yeah, but you never won it either.
Hey, how's mailing his shit out going, Cody?
Oh yeah,
You never took it out of my truck.
just like
No,
my
I didn't.
title. Gotta win it to lose it. Thank you, Cowboy.
There we
Jay.
go. Oh boy.
And here's the thing about it, all right?
Can we agree on this real
Hey,
quick, Zero?
I want you to know something. I'm going to win Money in the Bank, and I'm going
You're
to
not-
cash in at the most random time.
We
It's
need
going
to
to be a
explain
random
that rule.
PLE.
We didn't explain that rule
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
Zero.
Yes, I did.
No, we
talked-
didn't. We
Pony
decided
Boy,
not to.
We talked. Oh, well, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
At
we're
Money in the Bank,
introducing. Yes.
we are introducing something this year. All right. essentially, we are picking one contestant from the men's Money in the Bank. Say myself or PonyBoy wins, our contestant wins it. We now have Money in the Bank to where we can cash in for a one-on-one predictions match against Tommy at any of the non-Big Four PLEs. Now, the rule is you have to call your shot 2 weeks prior to that PLE. That way, the week before, you can do your predictions.
Yes.
Now, Tommy is also able to participate in this Money in the Bank match and save his ass.
I also came up with it.
Yes, Tommy actually did come up. Tommy was the brainchild for this, that started this idea.
But this
I'm the
does
Chris
not
Jericho.
cancel out the predictions for the PLEs. We will still do our predictions for the ultimate winner at the end of the year.
Just to clarify, this one-on-one offshoot predictions match, it has no bearing of the Big Four.
And no points.
Jamie, real
The
quick,
only
I
points are
think
for that PLE alone.
I think Jamie. I think Roman will come back if and when Seth Rollins cashes in on Jay. Only because then you can get that feud going, and then you can lead him to Survivor Series, and it will be Roman's peoples versus the Rollins peoples. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get the 3.0. Honestly, you might get. You're not gonna get Zilla because Zilla's having fun with what he's doing. I can see the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu coming to Roman's side just because of the new addition to the 2.0 bloodline, if you will. But that is my answer to Jamie. That you'll see Roman come back, surprise comeback when Rollins, if and when he wins, to cash in on Jay Uso. Yeet. 2 words.
In other words, you're going to see it. You're going to cash in that Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's when you're going to get it. That's right. You better be careful. You better be scared of that time.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to tell you right now, I can predict one of the next 2 that are going to enter Money in the Bank.
Who?
CM Punk.
I think Fatu has a qualifying match too.
Ooh.
No, I'm saying Punk is going to be one of the next contestants for Money in the Bank, and the reason being is because if you didn't put Cena against Punk at Money in the Bank for nostalgia purposes, you got to do something with him. Him getting the go to sleep on Seth Rollins on Monday night is kind of like his calling card of, hey, I'm coming. And by the way, who is the veteran in Money in the Bank matches?
Okay.
The Punk.
If I'm
All
correct,
right,
didn't Punk win the inaugural Money in the Bank at WrestleMania?
No, Edge did. Edge did.
On this day,
Edge won the first Money in the Bank. Edge won it.
At WrestleMania?
Yes, the first time they had it, Edge won it because he was the first one to cash it in at New Year's Revolution on John Cena after you had the first ever Elimination Chamber match. The cage comes up, Vince comes out, Edge hands him the briefcase, and that's when you get the feud between Edge and Cena, and the rest is history.
They do a little peck before he walks to the ring, remember? And then he walks to the ring.
Now, the lineup we have, so you're going to get at least... So you're going to have 2... So you have... From SmackDown, you have Solo in LA. From Raw, you have Penta and Rollins.
You're going to have a qualifying match for SmackDown on Friday. And then next Monday.
Okay, so you have 2 more slots available. Now, again, the only way
I don't see Punk getting in Money in the Bank is if somehow Rollins costs him on Monday.
I can see it
too.
Now,
Jake wants the Miz.
Hold on. Now, if that happens, don't be surprised if Punk costs Rollins at Money in the Bank.
See, I think Punk would be too obvious, but they do need that Cena.
Oh, I'm
match.
not saying Punk's gonna win it. I'm just saying he's gonna get in Money in the Bank. But him costing Rollins at Money in the Bank, because you're gonna have Reed and Breaker get involved, obviously, to help him win it. You're gonna have Sammy and whoever else shut that down.
Yeah, but if they want to really build up that faction and make it good, they'd make that an upset.
Okay, so let's just not nonchalantly dive down the rabbit hole. If Rollins wins it, and yes, he's probably the favorite to win it, you have a better chance of Roman or Punk costing him when he does the cash in. Okay. Now,
Yes.
you know Jay is going to defend the title. You know Jay is not losing that title until he wrestles Gunther. We know this. We've seen this.
Mm-hmm.
I see them cashing in that Money in the Bank at that WrestleMania in Phoenix. Now, if it was up to moi,
Dumbass. Jay is going against Gunther on Monday.
Oh, this Monday?
In Phoenix.
Oh, I thought it was after. Okay, never mind. I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. Karrion Kross will be in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Karrion Kross will win the Money in the Bank. Because listen, women,
Jay doesn't have a match at Money in the Bank.
Nope. Yes, he does. He's teaming with Cody. And listen, women, and for the ladies that listen to this podcast, yes,
which are none.
Us men want one thing, and it's disgusting. And yes, that's for Karrion Kross to be Mr. Money in the Bank.
I don't know. I didn't want that.
Yes.
We're speaking for you. You're okay.
By the way, I like what Cowboy Jake said about how he hopes CM Punk is the one who beats Cena at the end of the year. The whole I'm the one who leaves with the championship.
Okay, so you're going to have roles reversed this time?
Hold on. Yeah, Cena talking about how he's leaving the company with the belt and Punk stops him.
Yep.
I'd be down for that.
I'm okay with that too.
Like the Chicago screw job all over again.
I like it.
All right, boys, we are at the hour mark. So what is our final topic of the night?
And we got Long John laryngitis. What's a big thing going on right now?
You know what? I like that. I like that. The final topic of the night is, where does Damian Priest go now?
Okay. I go first.
Go ahead.
Drew McIntyre has got 3 different injuries going on right now. And I know everybody was really against, especially Jesse, the whole cage exit, but it was symbolic for saying, okay, we're done. You go take care of what you got to do. I could see Priest generally going, I wouldn't say put him in the world title picture, but put him in a title feud.
You think he's not going to end up in Money in the Bank? I could see him being in Money in the Bank.
I could see him being in the qualifying match. I could see him being in the qualifying match, but I don't see him qualifying, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because again, I like how you have it to
personally.
Okay.
McIntyre's out of the picture because he's injured. All right.
Yes.
LA Knight is going in the Money in the Bank match.
Yep.
I could see Damian Priest being the one to take the U.S. title off of Fatu.
I wouldn't mind that. I think that would be good for him. This would be his second time being the United States champion. I think it would be a great way to kind of put Jacob Fatu into a position of like, okay, no, fuck it. I'm thinking too much on it. Okay, watch this. You're going to have Fatu do the same thing that fucking Priest did. Because everybody doubted Priest But when he got the United States title on him, he carried it. He proved himself. And then he won El Champion in the bank, and you saw what he did. And there are people that will sit there and tell you, even in WWE creative, that they wish he would have had a longer title reign because he was so good with it.
But that's my
Dinero
thing.
and La
You know,
Bank.
I could honestly see Priest having a couple month feud with Fatu for the title. That way, you have a longer U.S. title reign on Fatu, but you know they're going to put on spectacular matches.
Oh my God!
At this point, though, at this point, you could also show the tension rising between Fatu, Solo, and the new guy, so that when the title does come off Fatu, he's already in the next story. You're not having him wait around. That way, also, you're keeping Priest relevant. You're giving Priest somewhat of a mid-card. You're giving him a bit of a title run again because he's good with it. So, you know what? Put him in with Fatu the next few months to build up the SummerSlam. That way at SummerSlam, you get Fatu against What's-His-Nuts or against Solo.
Yeah.
That way, after that, Fatu can walk away from the bloodline and go be his own wrecking machine.
I like it.
That's how I would write it.
Now, real quick, speaking of new feuds, how do we feel about the Bulgarian Brute versus the Celtic Warrior real quick? Can we say yay or nay?
Brick.
I'm here for it.
Brick, here for
I'm
it.
Here for it.
Fight night, baby.
It's gonna be so good.
All right, that's about all the time we got for. That's about all the time we got for this week. Tune in next week when we discuss more than likely, probably updates on the Vince McMahon trial. Now that we're getting them, also you will hear our predictions for Money in the Bank, the men's. We will also
real quick. Nothing against the women's. The women's Money in the Bank is shaping up to be pretty good, but
we will be picking a women's just in case none of our three for the men's hits.
The women's will be the tiebreaker.
In short,
so it's different.
In short, when it comes to Money in the Bank, it's either there's going to be a winner, or we are really shitty at predicting Money in the Bank winners.
I'm really good at predicting.
Anyway, on that note, thank you very much for tuning into another episode of Midweek Meltdown. Again, this is season 3. We are on episode 5. Yeah, so far we've hit every week this year.
Yeah.
We haven't got canceled.
Nope.
We haven't gotten canceled.
And again, every Monday, Industry Tap House, Joliet, Illinois. Come hang out with us, watching wrestling from 7 to whenever. Go next door to some Aurelios. You got a little 15-20% discount for you. Come out, have a good time.
On that note, Tommy Guns, you got anything you want to add?
Just always don't yuck anybody else's yum. Go out and have a good day, and thanks for listening to us. That was sweet.
All right,
and I'm your champion.
Good night.
I'm the best champion.